Could a couple of students turn a food processor experiment into a highly successful company? The founders of Wild Squirrel Nut Butter were determined to find out. College sophomores Erica Welsh and Keely Tillotson began experimenting with their food processor and a bag of peanuts in their dorm room after running out of the pre-made stuff. After trying out new combinations for their own pleasure, they decided to market their peanut butter to the public. Neither of them went to school for business, but with $50,000 from their parents, they were able to launch the brand and make some modest earnings through farmers market sales and direct-to-consumer online shipping. They needed more money to bring their products into brick-and-mortar grocery stores, so they took their company Wild Squirrel to Shark Tank. Airing in 2012, the two started their pitch in the episode by telling their story and allowing the sharks to try a few of their peanut butter flavors, which included chocolate espresso, cinnamon raisin, chocolate coconut, and honey pretzel. The sharks were overwhelmingly pleased with the taste, but with the duo asking for $50,000 for just a 10% stake in the young company, they weren't totally convinced this was a viable business opportunity. The young entrepreneurs were only making $1 per jar at the time. Kevin O'Leary said that they needed to make a minimum of $3 per jar in order for him to consider, adding that the pair were significantly overvaluing the new company. Robert Herjavec announced he was out, and so did Damon John and Mark Cuban. Barbara Corcoran, however, was interested in the concept and offered a deal. She told Welsh and Tillotson that she'd give them the $50,000, but for 40% instead of 10%. Her justification was that in the long term, the two would need far more than $50,000, and the 10% stake to make the company successful was not worth it. The young women attempted a counteroffer, but they ultimately went for the 40% equity deal. Despite accepting the deal on air, it was revealed that Barbara Corcoran did not move forward with the nut butter making duo. In an interview with Forbes, Keely Tillotson said, "On their end, they decided not to invest, and we were glad because we were not ready."
We are determined to succeed. We are both extremely hard workers.
Even without Corcoran, the company did incredibly well after their appearance on the show. In an update segment on Shark Tank, the two revealed that they had just $16,000 in revenue before Shark Tank. Since then, they sold over $350,000 worth of peanut butter in under a year. The company founders also took to Circle Up to find a lead investor and raise additional funding. John Foraker, CEO of Annie's, decided to invest in the company, which led to an additional $1.4 million in backing. Since then, the company raised an additional $3.5 million and brought on former General Mills executive Beth Hansen as VP of Sales. That isn't the only seasoned executive working with the company. Its investors include Eduardo Castro Wright and Duncan Niederauer, former executives at Walmart and the New York Stock Exchange, respectively. While this peanut butter brand is alive and well, it no longer goes by Wild Squirrel. The company was hit by a lawsuit by another business called Squirrel Brand Company, which also sold nut butters. The lawsuit prompted Wild Squirrel to change its name to Wild Friends. The label's signature squirrel remains part of the company's branding, however. The company has also expanded its offerings to various other nut butters, such as sunflower and almond butter. Perhaps surprisingly, it dropped the quirky pretzel and espresso flavor combos and now offers more basic options with fewer ingredients. Wild Friends is now available at Whole Foods, Costco, Walmart, and Kroger, as well as a number of other grocery stores. It also continues to offer direct-to-consumer online sales. Since appearing on Shark Tank more than 10 years ago, a lot has changed for Wild Squirrel beyond the name. The company now more strongly identifies as a clean eating brand, with its website's About page saying, "We promise to always make our products with short lists of clean ingredients, excluding palm oil, excess sugar, and artificial anything." Additionally, the company has taken on its first nonprofit partner with Girls Inc. Indeed, the brand has seen tremendous success, and it seems the future will continue to look bright for Wild Friends.